So today I'll be explaining an important concept in the world of Bitcoin, but we'll go step by step, layer by layer, so that it is all understandable. So let's get into it. So what is Bitcoin? You've heard the word everywhere. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency which is decentralized. It enables you to send payments to anyone, anywhere in the world. And it is all peer-to-peer with no central authority like a central bank. Now, Bitcoin is based on a concept called as blockchain. Let me explain. See, the traditional way of holding data would be in the form of tables, like you use Excel. But a blockchain is different. See, in a blockchain, the data is filled in groups, and these are called blocks. Now, all these blocks have storage capacities, and when they are filled, we move on to the next block. Now, all these blocks, when filled, one after the another, are chained together, forming a chain of data called as blockchain. So that was blockchain. But what is the process of adding new transactions to the blockchain? It is called mining. Now, mining is the process by which new bitcoins are created. There can only be a finite number of bitcoins. As Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin, has decided, there can only be 21 million bitcoins ever created. Now, what is the process of mining? See, every node on the Bitcoin network shares information about the new transactions. Now, what are nodes? Nodes are the computers containing the Bitcoin software, and they are all connected with each other. Now, all these nodes, they contain a memory pool which contains the data of all the transactions that have ever taken place in the Bitcoin network. Alright, so this is where things get really interesting. Like I said, all the nodes have the option to mine the transactions in their memory pool. They do this by solving a complex mathematical equation having a fixed output with a fixed number of zeros. So how is this process going on? See, the transactions that are there in their memory pool are given a number, a string. Now you have to multiply this string with a specific hash to get the required output. But what is a hash and why is it important? Set that aside for a second. Say I tell you to multiply 853 into 256. You get a specific number. But what if I told you to remove the left part of the equation and tell me with accuracy what were the two numbers required to get that output? That would be pretty difficult, right? So in the same way, a hash always gives a fixed length or output. So it doesn't matter how many times you process the input using a hash, which would be the string in our case while mining, the result is always the same. A hash will have different variations and can be random, but it is always of the same length. But why is hashing so important? See, hashing is a very complex process and it requires a lot of computing power. Now, bitcoins are as it is finite. Now, this is to ensure that the next person who mines the next batch of bitcoins does not get a disproportionate amount. Crucially, it is also important to note that after a specified limit, the number of bitcoins you win after mining also gets reduced to half. So for example, earlier people used to get 50 bitcoins, but now progressively it has reduced to 6.25 bitcoins. Alright, now we come to the Bitcoin protocol. What is it? See, all the bitcoins are exchanged using the Bitcoin protocol, which is built over the principles of cryptography. Now, the Bitcoin protocol tells what is the procedure to be followed for a Bitcoin transaction throughout its process from creation, validation and confirmation. Now, all the Bitcoin transactions or digital cash transactions need to be verified for authenticity and cash availability. Say for example, I want to buy a pizza from you. Now you say that I need to pay you 1 Bitcoin, which would be a very expensive pizza. Now it will have to be verified whether I have the required number of Bitcoins with me or not. Alright, so now we come to the main topic of discussion, which is what is a hard fork in the world of Bitcoin. See, a hard fork means that there is a radical change in the protocol of a blockchain network, which is in this case the Bitcoin protocol, which effectively results in two tranches, one that follows the old protocol and one that follows the new protocol. See, when you want to change the rules, you have to fork it like a fork in a road. So one that follows the old protocol and one that follows the new protocol. But it is up to the miners to decide which protocol or blockchain they want to continue verifying. So who can initiate a fork? See, the forks can be initiated by the developers or the members of a crypto community if they feel that the existing functionalities offered by a blockchain implementation are not up to the mark, or that the security features are not good, and so on. But it is to be borne in mind that all the miners need to accept what are the new rules which validate a block in the chain. Now, why is it important? See, blockchain is a cryptocurrency and it is a decentralized community-driven project. Now, if the community largely does not accept what are the rules and principles governing this currency, then its value will plummet, don't you think so? Alright, so that brings us to the end of the video. I hope it was insightful. Isn't all this so fascinating and worth learning more about? Now, if you've enjoyed my video, do subscribe to my channel for more such content. I'll catch you in the next video. See you.